And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Farmingdale, Maine. We're at Halldale High School. MVC action today in girls soccer. The home team, the Halldale Bulldogs, undefeated this season at 10-0. They'll take on the Spruce Mountain Phoenix, coming with a 5-4 record out of Class B South. My name is Rob Kennedy. Glad to have you along today. As mentioned, a beautiful day in Farmingdale today. Sun's out, a couple of clouds in the sky, and temperature of 64 degrees. And best of all, unlike some of the games we play up here on the hill, no wind whatsoever. The flag is not moving really at all over in the flagpole, so weather will not be even remotely a factor here today. Bulldogs wearing the home blacks today, and they'll be attacking from right to left. Aubrey Gilbert, their goalkeeper. Emma Towers down the goal to my left. Spruce Mountain wearing the white with the green shorts. They'll attack and start with the ball from left to right. Bulldogs just rolling over teams throughout the course of this season. Spruce Mountain looking to spring an upset here today. And we'll see if they can do this. Abby Burnho played that back. She's number 29, starting things off. Megan Craig carrying the ball back to Burnho again. Showed a bit too much ball that time to Dorothy Ives, number 5. She's out there with Marie Benoit. Carly Reith. Reith will alternate a little bit as far as position is concerned. She'll play in the midfield, also in the back at times, too. That's a need toward the goal and rolls over the goal line. A goal kick for Spruce Mountain. Kenzie Richards, the freshman, number 14, thought about playing the ball, but thought better of that, just allow Towers to take the goal kick. The Bulldogs already putting on the pressure as you're looking at the Halldale players, and everybody except their keeper, Aubrey Gilbert, who's staring right into the sun here in the first half. All up beyond the half-field stripe. Played outside, that's Mackenzie Gay. Emma Sewell came over and just got there in time. Was able to get the win from Santika Hodgkin, number 6. Hodgkin almost got the ball. Now it's Gay again. Toward Hodgkin, booted away. Addie Tinkham in her return to the lineup today, making that clear. Hayden Medore couldn't walk through defenders. Now played outside, Ava Moffett. Moffett dispossessed by the aggressive Jenna Lee. Lee carries herself down that touch line over on the right flank. But that knocked off her foot. Well defended by Taika Hodgkin, who came back and knocked it away. That'd be St. Clair. Brooke Pelletier, number 25, saved that in play just in front of KJ Greenhalgh. She's also back in the lineup. Greenhalgh with that left foot ahead toward Medore. Hodgkin. Allowed to have a little time. Stolen away now by Lucy Gray for Halldale. Reith. Marie Benoit. That's behind Reith, gets through to Medore, however. She'll pop a shot on goal, and that's deflected. A little bit of a touch by Emma Towers. Got just enough to knock that wide. And not sure if that was going wide anyway, but Towers didn't want to take any chances and knock that out for a corner. First corner of the game for either team. It's Rita Benoit will take the corner, number 15 for Halldale. Not a ton of seniors in this Halldale team. Benoit, one of them. In fact, there's only 5 seniors on the roster. Actually, scratched that 4. Benoit, Jolie Canwell, and both Ives. Good corner. Headed just over the bar. Medore was there. She scored a couple of those type of goals with a head against Monmouth Academy in a Halldale 5-0 victory. That was last week. I missed high that time. And Bethany and Dorothy Ives, the only other 2 seniors on this team. A lot of sophomores, a bunch of juniors. This Halldale team is going to be one that's a force in the conference the next couple of years. Spruce Mountain's in a similar boat, though, too, when you look at their team. Really dominated by a lot of underclassmen. Squared across, Ives with the left foot, but put it wide. And no seniors in the lineup today for Coach Jake Turner. And Spruce Mountain with a winning record on the season, 5-4, so another team to kind of watch not only now but also in the future. Dorothy Ives stood up. Well defended by Mackenzie Gay. Gray. Pass bound for Medor. She'll shoot, put that wide. So a couple of chances for Halldale here early into the 5th minute. But still scoreless in Farmingdale. Busy week here at Halldale for Munzing Media, that's for sure. Field hockey yesterday, girls soccer today. Big one for the boys tomorrow. They'll take on undefeated Monmouth Academy. They've kind of taken over as that it team in the MVC on the boys' side. Maud Abram kind of went in as the de facto favorite. Well, Lisbon knocked them off their perch early going. And now Lisbon's faltered a little bit, starting with a 1-1 draw here at Halldale. Monmouth, the lone undefeated team in the conference. Bulldogs blemished Lisbon a little bit when they played last week. Wasn't a win, but it was a draw. And Halldale trying to avenge a 5-0 defeat as that's booted away by Towers. A foul called on the Bulldogs. Addie Tinkham guilty. And it's a free kick for Spruce Mountain. Hard to believe we're almost 2/3 of the way through the season. Many teams play 18 games. This is the 11th for Halldale, the 10th for Spruce Mountain. And playoffs begin in 3 weeks. Today being October the 4th. If you zoom ahead to Friday, that's the 7th, so 14th, 21st, 28th or so. That's about when you'd think they'll start things. MVC game will be in a couple of weeks as well. I think that's the 19th. That'll be out in Lewiston. Halldale's already assured to be there. Likely Monmouth, their opponent. Roll through to Medor if she can get there. Squares it across. Just missed. It was Marie Benoit who came with a left foot and popped it over the crossbar. And a couple of good chances for Halldale. But no goals yet. Spruce Mountain trying to play it up that left channel. Pass was bound for Brooke Pelletier. A little too far for her, stolen away by the Bulldogs as Pelletier defending. Jenna Lee. Reith with it now. Dispossessed. Take a Hodgkin with that for a moment. Now roll into the area. Kenzie Richards on it now. Switch to her right foot. And Reith intercepts. Medor over in that channel in a battle of 11s. Won that time by Abby St. Clair out there in white. Now Rita Benoit with that left foot. Fires low, a bouncer. And Towers down low to make the stop. Towers, I'm sure, expected to be busy today. She has been so far up to the challenge. Medor. Benoit and Medor playing pass. Marie Benoit now. Fended off nicely there for a moment by Riley Turner. Dorothy Ives. Played it off the left foot, switched nicely. Blocked by Mackenzie Gay. Addie Tinkham. Rita Benoit. Rolled that through to Marie. Kicked away to Dorothy Ives. Good ball into the area, booted out. Played well by Riley Turner. She did concede the corner. It's the second one for Halldale. Bulldogs came close on the first one. Rita Benoit on the ball again. Benoit's corner into the area. Good punch by Towers to reach for that. Excellent anticipation by the junior keeper. Tinkham pops it high, off the crossbar. Then on goal, knocked away. The rebound by Carly Reith. Oh, two tremendous saves by Emma Towers. Mentioned she was up for the challenge. She's proving me right. Rita Benoit. No shot yet. Marie, surrounded by Phoenix players. Oh, nifty move. Shot blocked again by Riley Turner. And cleared by the Phoenix. It's a throw in for Halldale. Jenna Lee will take it for the Bulldogs. As we're just about into the 10th minute here in the first half. 80 minutes of play in high school soccer. Lee popped that high. Jenna Lee, the younger sister of Kayla Lee, who graduated from Halldale last year, continuing her soccer career. She's now in uniform for the Beavers of Maine Farmington. Number of Halldale grads playing college sports now. We're talking about that earlier today. Emma Sewell and Lily Platt both playing softball at Simmons University and Wheaton College, respectively. Patrick Rush, he's on the football team at Plymouth State. And a couple of Husson Eagles, Akira Warren in baseball, and Josh Netto on the soccer team. I'm sure I'm missing a few. Ian Stebbins running track at Bowdoin. There's one. And Towers will easier time that time. I think actually in my time at Halldale, this is as many collegiate athletes as we've had. Great to see some kids in their new habitats continuing those careers. Abby St. Clair had some space. Nice ball over the top. The question now is if Jasmine Ryder could run that down. Just ran out of space over here on the touchline. Carly Reith near the 18. Now it's Dorothy Ives. Marie Benoit stood up defensively and a nice play by Bernhow. Benoit again to Rita Benoit. Her shots off the, looked like the head it looked like, stopped by Riley Turner, got in the way. And again, made sure a keeper didn't have to work. Headed ball just wide. Carly Reith got there in front of Towers, but just missed. So here's Bethany Ives coming in now. First substitute of the contest comes from Halldale. Mark Tinkham sends in Bethany Ives. She'll go up front and take Carly Reith's place. So the senior replacing the junior. Rita Benoit tried to play that through to Ives, who still may yet get this. And it rolls out for a corner, touched by the defender. Benoit in the corner again. Will try to keep this away from Emma Towers, who came out last time on the corner with a very aggressive punch to send the Bulldogs out. Here's the kick from the right-footed Benoit. That's close to the keeper and deflected wide. Another corner for Halldale. Looks like that might have been trouble if it landed in the area closer to the goal. Benoit again. A little further away this time. It's over everyone's head, bouncing around the area, though. And cleared as well by Spruce Mountain. They've done well back there. When the ball's landed in the area, they've gotten to it first and cleared it out to remove the danger. Lee toward Medor, take a Hodgkin now. Hodgkin, a freshman on this team. Played that toward Abby St. Clair. Stolen by Rita Benoit. Marie Benoit. Chip toward goal, knocked down. Spruce Mountain making it difficult for the Bulldogs to set something up inside the area. Here's Zoe Sewell. Her pass undercooked a bit. Allowed Abby St. Clair to get to it first, but the Bulldogs in possession once again. Dorothy Ives to Bethany Ives. Bethany's pass back to Dorothy, intercepted by Mackenzie Gay. The Ives sisters playing pass again, and it's in the corner for Halldale. Towed out of play by Jasmine Ryder. Carly Reith back in. She wasn't out long. She'll take Lucy Gray's position. 5 targets in the area for Benoit. Corner on the way. Again, punch. That time gave him a door, and she slides it wide. That time Towers got a little bit of a hand on that, but not enough to knock it away from Medora, who had the opportunity. Now the Bulldogs still empty. Brooke Pelletier couldn't quite keep it in. It's a Halldale throw. Medora. Rita Benoit. Through to Marie Benoit. This is trouble. Her shot just rolled wide, trying to slide it inside that near post. It was the right upright, as you saw. I'm not sure it was the near post after all, seeing it again in my mind. She was kind of straight away. Not sure there was a near post. She was directly in front of goal. Rita Benoit to Dorothy Ives and Bethany Ives, both there, but it's going to be Gay who gets to it first. Gay, a nice move to shake off Bethany Ives, but there's Bethany right back. Now Dorothy, squared into the area, Marie Benoit. No choice there for Kenzie Richards. She had to concede the corner. Two Halldale players right behind her. The best bet was just to play it out, and she did. KJ Greenhalgh in the area. Good target for Benoit to go with. And that one will be behind the goal and a goal kick for Spruce Mountain. Phoenix will send in a sub now. It's number 9, Megan Craig, the sophomore. It's the first substitution for the Phoenix on the afternoon. Rita Benoit. Reith, who just came in, trying to set Benoit up. The left-footed shot. Ooh, another crossbar rattler. 2 now the Bulldogs have put off the bar. They've come close. You saw what Benoit was going to do the minute she swung that back to her left foot. You know it was heading toward the goal. Almost opened the scoring. Ives almost intercepted that. Jasmine Ryder got there a little too quickly. Back toward Ryder. It's past her. Rita Benoit. A heavy touch toward Addie Tinkham. And played out by Ryder. A throw in for Halldale. Benoit again. Reith played back to Jenna Lee. The Bulldogs trying to switch the field here. Marie Benoit. Slid through Bethany Ives. Rita Benoit stepping around defenders into the area. Crossed. Deflected and cleared. Halldale still dangerous, though, as Rita Benoit to Marie. Dorothy Ives. And cleared out. Another corner for Halldale. Bulldogs putting KJ Greenhalgh into the area in the last couple of corners. Trying to use her height as one of the targets. Hayden Medora is also somebody who'd be in the other end of a corner. In fact, was in the first corner that Halldale attempted and almost scored. Punched away again. Bulldogs trying to get on it again. Great defending by Abby St. Clair after a tremendous Towers save. Sewell knocked that ahead for Halldale. Now it's Marie Benoit. Stopped at the 18 for a moment. Medora shot. May have deflected, and it did. Halldale get another corner out of this. Rita Benoit. Well defended. And cleared away. Excellent work again by Abby St. Clair on the 18. Carly Reith. Kenzie Richards there knocked it toward the corner flag. And it's out for a throw. Approaching the halfway mark of the first half, and Spruce Mountains hung tough. The Bulldogs will put them under some considerable pressure. They have not broken. On one bounce, a tough stop for Emma Towers, too, as that was right near Bethany Ives, and Towers did very nicely to collect that. Take them. Reith again. Squared up to Brooke Pelletier for Spruce Mountain. Was tapped away by St. Clair. KJ Greenhalgh with a header for Halldale. Now taken away by Jasmine Ryder. Ryder got by one defender, couldn't get by Greenhalgh though, was calling out some instructions. Wanted Ives to make the run up the touchline. Tinkham. Dorothy Ives to Bethany Ives. Quick ball movement by the Bulldogs. Carly Reith has Medore going to goal and finds her. Medore might get a shot here. And does. Across the face of goal, but wide. Like the way the Bulldogs moved the ball in that particular play. We're still scoreless. Lucy Gray back in for Halldale. Ava Moffett will come in, the junior, for Spruce Mountain, number 4. She'll make her first appearance in the game. It's been consistent pressure for Halldale, but Spruce Mountain has been able to fend it off. Quality goalkeeping and some very good defending. Reith played back. That's Lucy Gray just in. Medore took a look to make sure she was onside. Delivers into the area. And again, Towers right there. Towers' anticipation, the way she's really tried to control her area, has been very impressive. Brooke Pelletier, squeezed out by Zoe Sewell. Sewell forward last year. Mark Tinkham's converted her to the fullback position, sometimes playing stopper. Had to adjust that position a little bit, but she's really a natural for it. Catcher on the Halldale State Championship softball team. He just has a mentality to just kind of slow people down and stop them. Very aggressive defender. Grace Espinette coming in now. Espinette's number 3 for Spruce Mountain. And she'll replace Brooke Pelletier. Rita Medore with a tough time with Abby St. Clair right there with her. Grace Espinette. Lucy Gray battles her for Halldale. Took the ball. Rita Benoit again, right in the 18. Frees herself up for a shot and scores. Rita Benoit in the 23rd minute opens the scoring for Halldale. It's 1-0. So Benoit, one of the Bulldogs' leading scorers, gets Halldale off and running here in the first half. We'll take a look at the replay of that goal. Benoit again with that accuracy, not the power so much, but just finding a place, knowing where she's got an ability to pass the ball to the back of the net and slipped it inside that post. Now Medore trying her luck. The rebound is there after a Towers save. Ives shot and blasted out. He'll stay in play for Dorothy Ives, just had that opportunity. Addie Tinkham up in the play. Bulldogs really sending the fullbacks up, trying to put the pressure on. Marie Benoit. Oh, tremendous step. Very well defended by Bernhow. Ives. That deflected off Ives. She was the last to touch it. A goal kick for Spruce Mountain. This time Halldale gets the throw. Jenna Lee back in for Halldale. Hayden Medore will be the player replaced. There's Reith. Rita Benoit. Take him in plenty of space over here on the left side. She'd like to set something up. Rita Benoit. Played through toward Ives. That'll roll out for a goal kick. Emma Towers will pick it up and put us back in play. Gabby Rodriguez, number 22, had it for a moment. Played forward toward Dorothy Ives. Shielded well by Mackenzie Gay. Ives did get a touch on that around the junior defender, but couldn't keep it in play. It's another goal kick for Spruce Mountain. With 15 minutes to go in this first half. Just one goal. Rita Benoit in the 23rd minute. She's given the Bulldogs the 1-0 lead. Reith again. Bethany Ives a shot. And it got through the keeper's hands for a goal. Bethany Ives, great velocity on that shot. And it's 2-0 Halldale. So Ives in the 26th minute. That was Bethany Ives with the goal. And Halldale adds a second. This one's just straight velocity. Ives can set up and fire. And just stung the palms of Towers, who's made some very good saves. But that one a little too hot to handle. Bethany Ives. Back to Dorothy. Dorothy trying to work on the defender. Gay stuck right with her. Rita Benoit. Play that a bit behind Ives. She has it now. Benoit wants the shot. Right-footed. That was headed away. Marie Benoit pushes the issue. Ava Moffat fended her off, and now Hodgkin. Reith towed that ahead. Hodgkin again. Got rid of it only as far as Rita Benoit will play this off the volley. Wanted a second chance. And it's cleared. Kenzie Richards, the freshman, knocked the ball over that far touch line. Reith. Greenhalgh. Got a challenge there from Gabby Rodriguez, and Rodriguez did enough to force the error. Tinkham from Sewell. As one pursuer, Tinkham does, and tries to get past Megan Craig. Reith had Bethany Ives and finds her. Dorothy Ives there in support right behind her sister. And Richards, fine defensive play, and wins the goal kick. Sierra Gibbons coming in now for Halldale, a freshman, number 25. That'll sub off Marie Benoit. Tinkham. Let that ride. It's a throw-in for Halldale. Rita Benoit. Intercepted by Gay. Deflected off Greenhalgh, but Sewell will get to it first. And ran around to a right foot. Addie Tinkham. Eyes right there on the touch line, kept it in play. Again defended well by Mackenzie Gay. Sewell showed a bit too much of the ball that time to Espinette. Got away with it for now. Reith came and stole it away. Benoit's taking on 3 Spruce Mountain players, and that was too many. Dorothy Ives. Bulldogs being patient here in possession. St. Clair put that out into touch. Subs coming in. Santiago Hodgkin enters the game. Hayden Medore back in for Halldale. Medore now playing on the left side. She started the game playing on the right side. Gibbons is over there, as is Jenna Lee. Sewell. A little pressure from Spruce Mountain as Espinette chases the ball, and that causes Aubrey Gilbert, the keeper, to step into action, to belt it downfield. Gray. Lee. Take a Hodgkin in pursuit. Gibbons through to Rita Benoit. Benoit back to Gibbons again. Addie Tinkham. Tinkham popped it high, trying to outrun her pursuer. That's Santiago Hodgkin. Jenna Lee. Into the area. Deflected back on goal, not played back. Turner didn't intentionally send that to her keeper, and that allowed Towers to use her hands. Espinette. Espinette now has some space on that left channel. Trying to outpace Lucy Gray. Now Moffitt goes off her foot. Halldale throw. Bulldogs leading the heel point standings in Class C South. Miranda Cook right behind him at 9-0-1. The Black Bears with 1 draw in the KVAC. They tied Class B Morse, a team that Halldale's played in the preseason. Monmouth Winthrop in 3rd place, Waynefleet 4th. Mount Abram, Old Orchard Beach, Mountain Valley, and Madison round out the top 8. It'll be interesting to see how things shake out, though, down the stretch. And also keep an eye on Trape Academy, 3 and 6 down in the 9 spot. But as we've seen quite a bit, Trape Academy can be one of those teams that is extremely deceptive with their record because they'll play some Class C and some Class B schools and some good ones at that. Oak Hill, Sockopee, Lisbon, and Carrabeck rounding out the last 4 teams. Hodgkin stuck with it, played it back to Espinette. Gibbons forced that back, kicked ahead by the Phoenix. That was Hodgkin. And rolls out for a goal kick with 8:35 remaining in the first half. Marie Benoit back in for Halldale, and Megan Craig will enter for Spruce Mountain. Take him. Great hustle. A pushing match going on between a couple of aggressive players, Hodgkin and Tinkham won the throw. It was a fun little challenge over there by the touchline. Medore sending Gibbons into space. Good alertness by St. Clair. She anticipated and got there in front of Gibbons and played it out, but it's a throw in for Halldale. Sierra Gibbons. Good step by Mackenzie Gay. Gay held it a little too long, however, and the Bulldogs have it back. Rita Benoit. Reith calls for it and gets it. Played outside to Gray. The Bulldogs trying the right channel this time. Jenna Lee is there. Bulldogs with a couple of goals in the first half. Rita Benoit and Bethany Ives. Greenhalgh plays it to the 18. Gibbons Mador deflected out for the corner, Kenzie Richards. Richards made sure there wasn't going to be a Halldale Bulldog on the other end of that pass. Mador will take the corner this time. It had been Benoit. Now Benoit's coming over to Joyner. So the Bulldogs play the short again, and they do. Changing the angle, put toward goal. Reith turns. It's loose in the area and booted away. Headed right back in by Gray. Greenhalgh missed the shot. Gibbons had an attempt. Some frantic moments there for Spruce Mountain, but they got the clear. It was Richards who made that clear at the end, and a goal kick now for the visitors. Minute 34, about to be 35 here in Farmingdale on a beautiful day. 61 degrees as we started this contest. And no wind to speak of at all. Up on top of this hill is not a common thing for early October. Usually it's breezy and blustery during this first week of October. We've been lucky today. Bernho knocked that over to the touchline. Reith dancing over there, kept it in, and now has the ball back. KJ Greenhalgh for Halldale with the left foot. Mador into the area. No options, had to play that back. Benoit scored left-footed once. Nifty 1-2 back to her. Here she comes again, and she scored left-footed a second time. A give and go with her sister Marie, and it's 3-0 Halldale. Rita Benoit's got a couple. That was very well set up by the Bulldogs. That goal in the 35th minute. And Halldale up 3-0. Pretty good chemistry there between the two Benoits, and we'll show it to you again right here. Rita's got the ball, but you watch her dish it off. And the pass right back to her. And there's your finish with the left foot. Really kind of had Emma Towers without much of an ability there because there's so many places Benoit could have put that ball. Towers by herself trying to defend the entire cage, and not much anybody can do in a situation like that when a goal scorer like Benoit is bearing down. Hayden Mador. The return pass from Gibbons. Mador to the left foot, trying to swing that back in play, and did, but there's Emma Towers right there. And just joining us, you missed some tremendous saves by Emma Towers as well. The Bulldogs have scored 3 times, but Towers has really made some very good saves for Spruce Mountain. Brooke Pelletier tried to play that ahead, looking for Santiago Hodgkin. Hodgkin's giving Tinkham chase. She'll play it back to her keeper. Aubrey Gilbert's the outlet there. Lucy Gray. Jenna Lee now. St. Clair came over to play it. Lee in pursuit. Played down that wing. Will it stay in? It will not. Ava Moffett gave it her best effort to get over there. Just couldn't save it. Carly Reith had it for a moment and had taken off her foot. Played square toward Bernho. She's chasing this. Now Gibbons again. Riley Turner stepped into that to prevent the Bulldogs from setting something up. Gibbons. Benoit. Gibbons. Blasted away. Mackenzie Gay got all foot into that. Sent the Bulldogs back downfield with 3:15 remaining in the first half. They try to play that throw and they have to Gibbons, who keeps it going. Mador, right in the goal line, wins the corner for Halldale. It's their 10th. The Bulldogs have tried a variety of different things on their corners. So they're going back to Rita Benoit again by herself over there, so she'll try to launch one into the area and set up a scoring chance for Halldale. Benoit ready, taking the corner with her right foot. Another in-swinger toward goal. That deflects in. May have been touched on the way through. Gibbons, I think, did get a touch on that. That is indeed her goal. She's claiming it. Sarah Gibbons gets the goal. That's 4-0. So the freshman on the score sheet now, Gibbons. A couple Rita Benoit goals. Bethany Ives there on the sheet as well. Benoit toward Gibbons, who just got that recent Halldale goal. Addie Tinkham will take the throw for Halldale. Carly Reith with it here. Reith tried to play that through. Too many Spruce Mountains players right in the way. Quick feet by Abby Burnhow. Reith again. Burnhow out to challenge. And drilled way downfield. Good power by Kenzie Richards. Now that's an authoritative clear. Lucy Gray for Halldale now. Toward Carly Reith, intercepted. That went up high, and Carly Reith realized it popped up and caught her in the forearm. It's a free kick to Spruce Mountain with 1:17 left. They'll try to set something up here. Jasmine Ryder. St. Clair. Played down toward that goal line and rolled just out. And a goal kick for Halldale. Brooke Pelletier gave pursuit. She was shielded off the ball and it rolled out. Bulldogs would like to have one more opportunity in the last minute. Here's Medore. Sierra Gibbons. Back to Medore again. Return pass to Gibbons into space. Gibbons had kind of kept that run going, but played it a little too far ahead of herself. Out for the goal kick. Coming up at halftime, we'll take a look at the goals the Bulldogs have scored in this first half. All that brought to you by Kennebec Savings Bank. I thank them for their support of Munzing Media and Halldale and Gardner High School sports. A successful first half for the Bulldogs, and Spruce Mountain did some things well as they defended mightily over the first 20 minutes or so, keeping Halldale off the score sheet for the first quarter. But the Bulldogs in the second half of that first 40 struck 4 times. Rita Benoit with a couple of goals. Bethany Ives scoring for Halldale, as well as the freshman Sierra Gibbons. And the Bulldogs lead 4-0 here at halftime. We'll take a break. Back momentarily on Munzing Media.
Coaches know you can't win a game without proper planning and execution. Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan for you.
We are Bulldog Strong. We are a local organization committed to kids, committed to our community, dedicated to teaching the next generation how to give their time and talents to make a difference, and supporting those affected by cancer. Bulldog Strong Basketball was established in 2013 when my own mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I saw firsthand her struggles, doubts, fears, and her amazing fight to live. Cancer does not discriminate, and so many of us have been directly affected by the disease. Our basketball family has grown over the past 8 years, and we continue in our mission to provide opportunities like our summer camp, All-Star Showcase, and our 3-day invitational to raise money for those in need. Through competition on the court, we learn so much about how sports can shape our lives in a positive way. We are passionate in what we do. We are proud of our Bulldog Strong family. We are incredibly thankful for the support we have received. Kids, community, and caring for one another is who we are. Remember, no one fights alone.
Forensics has grown so much and it's very beneficial to the criminal justice system. I was always one of those kids that watched Forensic Files. That was something I loved. Just a science person all around, I always have been. The instructors are some of the top forensic experts in Maine. They really know what they're talking about. They've been there, done that. CMCC is very lucky to have people like this. I'm an intro to criminal justice and criminal law and report writing. It's a lot of the baseline of things I have to be knowledgeable about. I want to do crime scene photography. The forensic science program is preparing me to start thinking like what's important here, what do I need to look for like right off the bat. You never know what you're going to find.
The New England Aviation Academy is Maine's only official service training center and service training partner. NEAA is strategically located at the Brunswick Executive Airport in beautiful Brunswick, Maine, which is on the Atlantic coast and only an hour to the mountains in the western part of the state. The aircraft used by NEAA to train our students and rent to current pilots are all technically advanced airplanes, have the Cirrus airframe parachute system, and are the newest model generation. We train in the best equipment in the marketplace, which not only ensures clients are learning to fly aircraft the industry is utilizing on a daily basis, but also is the safest and most reliable. NEAA's facility at KBXM includes a spacious heated hangar, classroom space, and a private briefing room, which make for an optimal learning experience. So, come fly our 2021 Cirrus SR20 and experience the Cirrus life.
I'm retired United States Army Staff Sergeant Travis Mills, formerly of the 82nd Airborne Division.
In 2012, I was injured in Afghanistan due to a roadside bomb. It took portions of both arms and both legs, and through Walter Reed and 19 months of intense recovery, I was able to build myself back up, learn how to walk again, drive again, and take care of my young family. Since then, I have decided to be on the road speaking as a motivational speaker.
Life is all about perspective, all right? So for me, it's real easy. I gave a lot, but I didn't give everything. When I think about my situation, I'm lucky to be here.
When I was on the road speaking, I was hired by CBU Benefits. Ray Valley and Brian Heath brought me in to speak at one of their forums.
After hearing Travis's story, I was compelled to move forward with our relationship. We specialize in reaching out to employees and employers, explaining to them the value of supplemental health coverage. Accidents, cancer, critical illness, disability, and sometimes even death are events that happened in our lifetime.
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical illness, maybe something, being disabled from a job, and not having the coverage that they need because their healthcare just didn't cover it. After talking with Ray and Brian, telling them how much I really appreciate what they're doing, they decided that it would be just an awesome partnership if I became part of the team, not just as a spokesperson, but as an actual partner in the company. I have a message for everybody about supplemental benefits because I feel like everybody should be protected from life's unexpected events.
Accidents do happen. I ask that you would allow one of our experienced representatives to get into your business so that we are able to educate you on the value of these very, very important products.
Hey everyone, Travis Mills coming to you today to let you know more about CBU benefits and the plans that we offer. We're going to talk today about the accident plan and why it's so important for you to have the coverage that we offer.
So one of the things with this accident policy that's really important is that a lot of people don't even understand how it works or how to use it. People think, well, I'm never going to get injured, I'm never going to get hurt, so there's no reason for me to really have it. But statistics tell us that over 40 million people are in an accident every single year in the United States. And why that's so important is it's not just for the car accidents. If your kids are hurt on a playground, if you're hurt lifting something or out doing some kind of activity, there's always a need to claim on an accident policy. Whether you're a child or into the later years of life, there's always the need for an accident policy.
Thanks so much, Alex. I appreciate that. For more information, visit cbubenefits.com to get yourself protected from life's unexpected events.
Halldale High School in Farmingdale, Maine. Crowd settling in for the second half. Here at home, the Bulldogs pleasing the home side 4-0 at halftime. But the breakthrough took a while in coming. You have to credit Spruce Mountain defensively, who really hung on and kind of made sure the Bulldogs' scoring chances were not good ones. But Halldale, when they did score in the 23rd minute, you kind of tell that one was going to cause more. And here's the first goal. Rita Benoit's got a couple of goals today. And she shifted to a left foot in that goal. It kind of clipped out of that. We'll see it again. I'm sure Rob Munson will cue it back up for us. And there it is. So there's Rita, number 15, as the ball comes through to her, and you watch her switch to the left foot. She does favor that foot when she shoots. Got a little bit of space there between defenders, and yeah, just accuracy was what that shot's all about. Benoit can do it with power, but that time accuracy just snuck inside the post, 1-0. Halldale scored 3 minutes later, this time Bethany Ives. You watch Ives just being aggressive here. This is a poacher's goal. Here's the first shot. Dorothy Ives took that. Save was made, and Bethany Ives, actually that was the one that Bethany Ives blasted through the hands of the keeper. It was too hot for Towers to stop, and Towers had a very good game. But that time, too much pace on the ball, 2-0. Benoit struck again in the 35th minute. We'll show you that goal as well, and once again, it's a left-footed goal. A little more velocity on this, and watch the 1-2, that give and go with her sister Marie. And when Rita got through after the 1-2, the left foot, nothing at all that Emma Towers, the keeper, could do about that. Is lots to shoot at once Benoit broke through. And on a corner, Sierra Gibbons rounded out the scoring a couple minutes after that in the 37th minute. You watch this corner taken by Benoit. And it's the freshman who'll get on the other end. Benoit likes that long run-up. And she delivers dangerous balls into the area, she does here. And yep, just a little glancing touch. Number 25, you see her out there, and Sierra Gibbons, 4-0. So the Bulldogs, with a lead heading into the second half, will switch directions. Halldale will attack in the home blacks. They'll go from left to right. Aubrey Gilbert heading back down between the sticks for Halldale. Spruce Mountain wearing the white uniforms here on the road, and they'll attack from right to left here in the second half. Bulldogs undefeated on the season, looking for their 11th win today against no defeats. They'll be the only unblemished team in Class C South. Maranacook is also undefeated, but they have a tie at the hands of the Moore Shipbuilders. And a lot of two-loss teams in Monmouth Winthrop, Waynfleet, and Mount Abram all could make some noise come playoff time. And let's not forget about Old Orchard Beach and Trape Academy down at number 9. I don't care what number seed Trape Academy is, they're a team to watch out for. We'll take a look at Northern C in a little bit as well to kind of see who's making some waves up there in the north half of the state. Halldale starts with the ball here in the second half. It's Jenna Lee standing over it, along with Rita Benoit. We're underway in half number 2. The two Benoits combine up toward Jenna Lee, deflected away. Rita Benoit, who's on a hat trick so far, is on 2 goals, looking for a hat trick. With the ball once again. She'll get her chances, you would think, here in the second half to round that out with another goal. Played outside by Lucy Gray. That's Greenhalgh out there on the left side. It goes out of play, and it's a goal kick for Spruce Mountain. Phoenix blasts the ball back in play. Good work there by LeClaire, I think. Hold on a second. We'll find out where that player was a second ago. It was 11. Abby St. Clair. St. Clair shielding the ball away with her body. The Bulldogs did get it back, however. Lee popped outside. Jasmine Ryder made sure it didn't get out there to Medor. Marie Benoit now working with Rita again. Blocked. Well played by Hodgkin. Greenhalgh outside. Gray's there with it again. Benoit. Pounded away again by the Phoenix. It was Kenzie Richards defending that time. Medor's onside. Tried to play it to Jenna Lee in the center of the area. Now Jasmine Ryder's got plenty of space up the left side to carry it herself. Carly Reith advancing for Halldale. And Reith deflects that out into touch for a Spruce Mountain throw. Nice move to get by Medor. That was well done by Gay. Reith stole it. Stolen right back by St. Clair. Lee has Medor open on that wing and finds her. Gay advancing. Trying to close her down. Put in toward the goal. No problem at all for Emma Towers, who made that look easier than it was. Then you're going to catch a ball down low by your thigh. It's not an easy catch for a keeper. Lee with that speed, stole it away, put goalward, never got there. Tinkham. Played back to Tinkham by Medor. Benoit cannot get through. Very nice defending by Bernho as that shot from distance by Addie Tinkham. An ambitious shot by Tinkham, trying to pop it high over Towers, instead high over the crossbar. Not worth a shot for a fullback playing on that right side. Not sure how many options and opportunities Addie Tinkham gets to shoot in that defensive position. Reith slowed down. Bashed ahead. A throw in this time for Spruce Mountain. Throw into Abby Bernho. This time the throw is Halldale's. Lucy Gray got that ball just in time before it rolled into the woods. You want to chase it after that. Hodgkin. Stopped by Reith. Now the Phoenix trying to counter. Ahead toward Hodgkin. Played that back, Jasmine Ryder. Played through, maybe a chance here. Great foot race. Zoe Sewell made sure that she was there in support for Halldale. It was Santiago Hodgkin who was making that run for the Phoenix. Was the only person back there, was Sewell to stop her. Along with the keeper, Aubrey Gilbert, of course. Dorothy Ives down that wing. Dispossessed. Fired ahead by St. Clair. Rita Benoit really badgered by Hodgkin. Carly Reith for Halldale. Marie Benoit looking upfield, finds Medor. Try to play that back to Marie Benoit, who's on the play now, intercepted by Jasmine Ryder. Gay's playing Medor quite nicely and forcing her to the goal line. Deflected off the junior defender out for a corner. It's number 11 for Halldale. Benoit from the right side this time. Addie Tinkham coming up. That's an option for Benoit if she wants to play it back. I'm guessing she'll put this into the area, though. Now Tinkham drifts away. It's definitely going into the area. Up over Lee's head and volleyballed high by Towers, and she made the claim. Really well defended. She had Jenna Lee there. Lee's a lot of things, but tall is not one of those things. So she knew she could pop that ball high, Towers did, and then have really no resistance in claiming the ball from Lee. Now, if that had been KJ Greenhalgh, maybe it's a different story. Now the race on, Addie Tinkham. Got there just in front of Brooke Pelletier. Tinkham. To Medor down the touchline. Carly Reith. Rita Benoit is on the midfield here this afternoon. Trying to play that ahead, and Hodgkin knocked it down. Good stab by Taika Hodgkin. That bounce and spun on Lucy Gray. She has it now. Ives played that back by the touchline. Greenhalgh picks it up for the throw. Bulldogs back into the front third again. Ives into the area. Lee took the ball. Riley Turner went down. Came up limping a little bit. Hope she's okay. To shake off something. Maybe pulled something a little bit when she went down with Jenna Lee. Looks okay, though, and that's good news for the Phoenix and, of course, for her. Tinkham for Halldale. Tinkham exploring options. There's one right there in Hayden Medor. Medor trying to work wide on Gay. Into the area by the keeper who stabbed at it with her leg. Towers did. He's out there to play it aggressively. And that deflects off Ives. And a goal kick for Spruce Mountain. Kaylin Johnston back in. Bethany Ives also coming back in for Halldale. Carly Reith will head on out. And Bethany Ives replacing her sister Dorothy. Here in the 49th minute. 80 minutes all told in high school soccer. Knocked out at the 18, played back over here. And Addie Tinkham will take the throw for Halldale. Medor. Turned away from Jasmine Ryder. Medor still with it by the 18, squared ahead. Marie Benoit looking for the shot. She passed off to Ives for a shot. She scores! Dorothy Ives with the goal. Scratch, that was Bethany Ives who took that shot, I believe. Number 7. So I confused one Ives for the other, which I have done numerous times. We'll watch this finish by Bethany Ives, who's got her second goal. You can see her over there on the left side. Marie Benoit knows exactly where she is and feeds her for the shot, and bang, left-footed, perfect placement. 2 goals now for Bethany Ives. So the first Halldale goal of the second half. And the Bulldogs win the corner after fine defensive play by the Phoenix. That was Mackenzie Gay again. Rita Benoit, another corner for Halldale. Decent corner, knocked to the 18. Tinkham got great velocity on that, but put it over the bar. Halldale at 10-0. Not the only 10-0 team in Class C, however. Up in Corinth, the Red Devils of, actually take that back, it's not Corinth, it's Pittsfield, the Huskies of MCI. Not doing too badly in Corinth either. I'll talk about Central in just a second, but it's the Huskies at 10-0 who are leading things in Class C North. And they're not the only undefeated untied team up there as well. Bucksport's at 8-0, they're second in the heels. And down at fifth at 9-0, team to watch out for are Holton Greater Holton. Central's in the 3-hole at 8-2, and Fort Kenton's the 4th spot at 6-3. Dexter's in 6th, the Orono Red Riots in 7th. Washington Academy and Mattanock round out 8 and 9. So yeah, it's going to be a very exciting postseason in Class C soccer, both in the North and the South. And just looking at this list of teams, you really kind of look at 5 or 6 teams in both divisions that wouldn't be a complete shock if they were the ones representing their sides in the first weekend in October, or November, excuse me. Already passed the first weekend in October. I got a feeling that October is going to go by quickly, and we'll be talking playoff soccer and everything else in the fall before we know it. Johnson. Back ahead to Marie Benoit. Stood up on the 18 by Riley Turner. Rita Benoit, who's got a couple of goals. To her sister Marie. Marie Benoit. That's a nice ball in the middle. Lee tried the volley, and it was deflected by a defender. Lucy Gray. Ives. Lee was spinning on her. That's why she couldn't settle. Marie Benoit has it. Shot, deflects. And the Phoenix play that nicely out to the near side. Nice job by Taika Hodgkin. So plenty of subs coming in now. Perula Clark is checking in for Halldale. Sierra Gibbons back in, couple of freshmen. Grace Espinette back in for Spruce Mountain. And Gabby Rodriguez as well. I think this is going to be the time of the game where you start to see some players entering for Halldale who have not seen the field yet. Clark. She had a good year last year as an 8th grader on that very dominant Halldale Middle School team. Gibbons played that out wide. Ives in the corner, tried to square it, bounced it off the defender. Good work by Hodgkin, not allow the centering pass, but it is a corner for Halldale. Benoit's still in the game. She'll take the corner. Benoit right-footed. Good ball toward goal. Towers with a punch, just missed it. Bulldogs might get possession here. Clark had it for a moment, hoofed away, and the throw in for Halldale. In the 55th minute of the 80, 25 and change remaining. Bulldogs boys here tomorrow. We'll have that game for you on Munzing Media. It's a rematch with Monmouth Academy, one of their arch rivals, maybe the arch rival. Now, Halldale Winthrop is that long-standing basketball rivalry. But in soccer, it's really been the last decade or so, Halldale and Monmouth Academy that have really had some battles. And last time it was a one-sided affair. Monmouth Academy 5-0 winners over in Monmouth. So Halldale That's certainly in the memory banks. But it's a tough ask playing this Monmouth team. Coach Fletcher has them operating at a very high level, undefeated, untied. Right now, the leaders of the MVC. They have not played Mount Abram yet. They have knocked off Lisbon. They beat Halldale. 2 games still remaining with Darren Allen's defending MVC champs. Played in the middle. Grace Espinette wanted to connect with Gabby Rodriguez. It didn't reach her. Stopped back there by Zoe Sewell. Here's Clark. They throw in now for Halldale. Well turned by Marie Benoit, excuse me. Clark. Lee. Toward goal. And Emma Towers, you hear her up here yelling, keep, keep, keep. She wanted that ball, and she took it. KJ Greenhalgh over on that far side. Now Spruce Mountain trying to work up that right side this time. They were turned back. Gibbons played that to Ives, or Benoit, excuse me. Touched outside to Clark. Perla Clark has a step back toward Lee. Ives there as well. And she scores. Bethany Ives completes her hat trick. I think that's her first career hat trick for Halldale. Well, that's an unofficial comment on my part. Right now, a leading candidate for the Caps' Pizza Player of the Game. The goal scored in the 57th minute. Ives goals in the 49th and the 26th, a couple for Rita Benoit. And we'll see it again. And really got to credit Perla Clark, the freshman, with this great pass to set her up. I thought Clark might take this on goal, but she played that across, and here comes Ives. The quick volley inside the post. Perfect placement. The 6th Halldale goal. See Jessie Willie jogging over there. She might come in a moment. Now Spruce Mountain on the attack. Foiled by Halldale. Sewell back now in plenty of space. Aubrey Gilbert wants to reset. Played out to Tinkham. Bulldogs looking for another shot out here today. I think only Madison's put one past the goalkeeper, Aubrey Gilbert, this season. Here's that closing speed from Kayla Lee. Lee played back to Perla Clark. Slowed down by Tinkham after it was booted away by Jasmine Ryder. Ryder up there with Tinkham forces the Halldale sophomore back, but Tinkham reclaims. St. Clair deflected that. Now played ahead. And Kaylin Johnson has plenty of time to pop it high. Greenhalgh on a bouncing ball, knocked that ahead. Sewell played toward Clark. Tried to touch that ahead, broken up once again. Mackenzie Gay, I think, has had a very good game on defense for Spruce Mountain. She's number 2 out there, a junior. And she's knocked the ball away from Halldale players numerous times today as they've broken in on goal. Tinkham took it outside. Rodriguez hustled to get back in the play and forced the pass. Rita Benoit had it taken off her foot by Riley Turner. Good leap by Bernho to knock that down, and the Bulldogs have it once again. Benoit played the ball into space for Sierra Gibbons. Gibbons has a goal today, scoring on a header. Got a little deflection on a corner kick, and that was the 4th Halldale goal back in the first half. They're about to enter the last 20 minutes. Played out to the left side this time. So Sewell punts that ahead. Gibbons slowed down over there by Taika Hodgkin. That's a good battle going on that Gibbons emerged victorious. That's Santika Hodgkin. Don't scratch that. The far side of the field, that was Kenzie Richards who made that defensive play. Couple subs for Halldale. Jesse Willie will indeed come in, and we'll see Miriam Ash for the first time. Just rejoining the team. Yeah, it's tomorrow. We've been talking about that one. Halldale and Monmouth, 3:30 p.m. right back here at Halldale High School. Bulldogs, who took on undefeated Lisbon on Munzing Media last week and didn't knock them from the ranks of the unbeaten, but they did put a little bit of mud in their record. With a 1-1 draw, trying to do the same thing to Monmouth Academy, trying to get a little revenge from a 5-0 beating that Monmouth put on Halldale a couple weeks ago over at Monmouth Academy. That's tomorrow at 3:30. I'll be here for that. And be joined for some of the game, I think, by Mark Tinkham. He usually likes to come on for a half if he can spare it from the girls' practice. Just kind of realize that every once in a while in professional sports, you do see someone hired out of the broadcast booth to coach. I guess that's the same thing here. Mark Tinkham coming out of the broadcast booth to jump on the sidelines for this Halldale High School girls team. Not that he wasn't spending plenty of time on the sidelines anyway with this youth program, but now in charge of this girls program that has some lofty aspirations. It's been quite a recent history for Halldale girls teams as well. Basketball state championship this past March. 2 successive softball championships. Halldale's never won in girls soccer. Never even played for a state championship before. I know this team has definitely got their eye on that, although they're not looking too far ahead. I know that as well. In fact, talking to Mark Tinkham before the game, he says, I don't know where the regional finals are. I bet he knows what the state finals are. That's probably common knowledge, but the regional finals are always on a neutral side. He says, I haven't looked that far ahead. I'm not superstitious. And he paused and said, well, yeah, I'm very superstitious. So he's not taking a look, and now he's trying to keep this team grounded as well. Hard to do when they've had a ton of success. Continuing here today, Bethany Ives mostly. And she has half the Halldale goals. Played that outside to Sierra Gibbons. A return pass toward Gibbons out there. She can catch up to it, and she does. Into the area, played down nicely by Bernhow. There's Ash. Stolen away that time by Abby St. Clair. Tinkham stole it back for Halldale. It's Clark. Can she catch up to this? It kind of spun and bounced away. She did keep it in. Ran directly right into Mackenzie Gay over there, too. It's a throw in this time for Halldale. Here's Dorothy Ives coming back in. Clark will be replaced. The one thing we've learned in this contest throughout the first 60 minutes or so is that Addie Tinkham looks to be pretty much recovered. She was out the last week or two. But she's looked good today, and no rust to shake off at all by the looks of things. Rita Benoit. Sierra Gibbons in traffic. Kicked away again by St. Clair. I mentioned how good Gay has been today. St. Clair's been right behind her, number 11 out there in white. Hodgkin fired that into the middle. Lily Druin Cease just in, number 27. In the air, maybe for a shot here for Jesse Willie. He couldn't pull the trigger. Johnson. Sewell had to hurry with Santika Hodgkin bearing down on her. Hayden Medore back in. Grace Espinette as well for Spruce Mountain. And Rita Benoit will come off, maybe for the last time today. Mackenzie Gay also getting a very well-deserved rest. Tried to play that through toward Willie. Riley Turner made that clear. Bethany Ives again. Battle of sevens with Taika Hodgkin. Hodgkin doing a great job making sure that ball doesn't get by her. It did eventually, but nothing dangerous there. In fact, it's a goal kick. Credit the defense of the freshman Taika Hodgkin. Yeah, Halldale's 168 points right now, leading the overall tournament index on the heels. MCI at 155. Haven't seen Bucksport play yet. The Golden Bucks, another quality team down there. I suppose standing here in Farmingdale, it's more over there. Neither up nor down, it's almost directly east. Follow Route 3, you'll get there. Ash in the middle, cut out by St. Clair. Brooke Pelletier. Now play it long. Sewell heads it back, and here comes Gilbert. Want to play that before Santiago Hodgkin got there. Subs coming in. Mackenzie Gay, the captain, didn't get a very long rest. They need her back there defensively, and in she comes. Grace Espinette will come out. Also intrigued to see what happens next year with soccer in the proposed 8-player leagues. Because we had that in football, and it's done a great job saving a lot of football programs that might have had a very hard time sustaining themselves. Because really in football, with some of the numbers that have changed, it was either co-ops, which for a lot of schools really isn't possible. That sounds like such a great idea, but sometimes you're talking about some distances here in Maine where it just won't work out. Now, you can do it in places like Waterville and Winslow could think about that, although they've done that in hockey. Have not wanted to do that in football at this point. Greeley and Falmouth worked one together. For some schools, the distance is just too far. That's saved by Emma Towers again. Another save for her. Soccer's in the same boat. I think it hasn't been quite as much in the public eye. But there have been some extremely lopsided scores in soccer matches. I've seen teams routinely getting 9 or 10 goals. I also know numbers are concerned for a lot of teams, including some here in the Mountain Valley Conference. So still not sure if they're going to implement that next year. It looks like that's likely to happen. When it does, that's going to potentially see a shakeup as far as, well, the conference for one, because I would expect some of the schools in the MVC to be very eager to take on that 8-player division. And if you do that and play against teams that are also playing with 8 players, I don't think they're going to want to have teams that have 11 just dress 8 and bring those teams up there. They want to have an actual division of 8 players. So be interested to see how that's going to affect the soccer landscape. I know one thing that Halldale would like is to have the ability to play some teams that aren't in the MVC. And they do that during preseason and will likely do it before the playoffs start for scrimmage games. But if you start to have the numbers thinned a little bit because of some teams staying at 11 and some teams going down to 8, I think it's going to mandate some creative scheduling thoughts in the MVC. I kind of think it's time for that anyway, actually. I wouldn't say the conference system is completely obsolete, but what I would like to see is more flexibility in allowing teams to play some non-conference games. And right now you don't have that as far as countable games are concerned. You're locked in a closed schedule. Lily Drew and Cease a shot. It's her first opportunity at goal, and it's wide for a goal kick. Looking at the Class C standings right now, how much would both Halldale and Marinacook love to be able to face each other in a game that counts in the regular season? And Marinacook, I would believe, has the advantage there as far as preparation for the postseason as they play in the KVAC and get to play some Class A and Class B teams. Halldale does not. Sometimes that hasn't really been an issue. MVC doesn't quite have the steal it sometimes had. Druin Cease blocked that. Back to Medor. Tried to take it through herself. Druin Cease. A little late in that ball, and it's cleared out into touch. It's a Halldale throw. Dorothy Ives. Booted away. Bernho, another good defensive play. And there comes Towers to pick it up as we're under 10 minutes to go. Players tumbling down. That was Miriam Ash, who was right in the middle of a tackle. Ava Moffat also there, number 4 for Spruce Mountain, trying to force the issue with Sierra Gibbons. Abby St. Clair looking for options for Spruce Mountain, being hawk-eyed by Hayden Medor. Moffat took it herself. So that'll die with Zoe Sewell, who plays that out wide to Gibbons again. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Bulldogs up and potentially ready to go back in. We'll see. Might just be having a conversation over there with their coaches, but usually they do that on the bench. So we'll see if there's going to be one more wave of substitutions for the women in black out there. Gibbons. Played well, Abby St. Clair. Freed some space up for herself. Here come the Phoenix. Good opportunity brewing here. And rolls in on goal, picked up by Aubrey Gilbert. Lily Druin-Cease to Hayden Medor. Jesse Willie. Addie Tinkham. Now it's Dorothy Ives on the right wing, back to Tinkham. Tinkham advancing. Willie into the area. Defended by Riley Turner, who gives the corner. Carly Reith, Rita Benoit, Jenna Lee, Marie Benoit, and Lucy Gray all back in for Halldale. So indeed they were looking for one more substitution. It was 7:30 to go. I'm guessing that conversation with the coaching staff was about something specific in particular that the Bulldogs would like to work on here in the last 7 minutes. Halldale wanted to play that quickly, and they might have gotten away with it if the players had already come off the field, but there were still Bulldogs subbing. And they'll try the same thing again. Ryder a little more wise to it now. Benoit had it booted away. Ives. And a roll into the side netting for a goal kick. 7 minutes to go. Yeah, Class C state championship contest this year is at Hampton Academy. They've hosted quite a few of those championship games. No one up in the county this year. A&D are down at Deering Memorial Field in Portland. Hampton Academy's got the B's and C's in the state championship. That'll be on November the 5th. Dress warmly. Medor off the bar. She turned and fired and clanged it off the crossbar. It was a couple years ago that Umpy hosted one of the state championship contests, or two of them, up in Presque Isle. And I was glad to see the MPA do that as well, because I know they're used to it, but those county schools, they have to travel an awful long way even to get down to Bangor. So to have some teams come up to play against them, especially with Class B or C or D, I don't think there are any Class A schools in the county anymore. There used to be. Presque Isle for a long time was, but I don't think so anymore. So having B's, C's, or D's up there with some of the county schools maybe being there, they get to welcome some guests for a change as opposed to making the long trip themselves. I think that's really, the county kids enjoy that as well, allowing some of the Southern Maine schools or Central Maine schools just to kind of see what that travel schedule's like. Not to mention that I think a lot of kids from this area and Southern Maine don't get up to the county that much. I grew up in Southern Maine. The first time I even got to the county, I think, was I was in my 30s. Holton may as well have been Mars. was going to get up there a few years ago, actually 2 years ago during COVID, and they were playing high school hockey. I was very much looking forward to going and calling a hockey game up there. Didn't get a chance to do that. There's brave defending. So knocked down a defender. I think that was Abby Bernho when it was the center of so many defensive challenges for the Phoenix so far, and she was stung by that Medora shot. They'll go out and attend to her, but she's all right. Look at her pop right back up. Quick thumbs up. You take a look at that next game coming up. As we mentioned, that rivalry game tomorrow here, 3:30 p.m. Same time, same place, same channel. All the Halldale home games that we broadcast, you won't find them anywhere else. If it's from Halldale, then Munzing Media. The Boosters will do some broadcasting in basketball season. When you see those links asking to click on them and asking for a credit card, forget it. KJ Greenhalgh didn't realize what was happening there. The Bulldogs were just trying to throw the ball back in and give possession back. I actually saw that happen in a professional game once. Kanu for Arsenal. Didn't realize that was happening, took the ball and scored. Ended up being a game-winning goal for Arsenal against Portsmouth, who Kanu would later play for. Arsene Wenger, the coach of the manager of the Arsenal team, did the very unorthodox things of allowing a replay. He actually suggested it was a FA Cup game that they replay the entire match, which they did. That goal absolutely changed the complexion of the contest. But in another corner for Halldale. Spinning toward goal. Loose in the area, but played away once again by Abby St. Clair. Ryder played that out wide, throw in for Halldale. 3.5 remaining. If you're watching us here in Central Maine, you're a fan of soccer. When we get to the regional finals, there's going to be some ones locally. Coney High School is going to host the Class A North Regional Final on November 1st. Lewiston and Mount Ararat are going to have some finals as well. Class B South and Class C South on the boys' side. And girls, for that matter. Kick to the 18. A handball called against Halldale and a free kick. I take that back. That's a Tuesday, not a Saturday, November 1st is. Again, Tuesday the 1st, Class A and Class D North regional finals. A North at Coney High School. D North at Presque Isle. I'm guessing people in our watching this contest don't want to make a trip up there to watch a game. Not unless their team was playing. But the next day, the couple of finals. Lewiston High School will have Class B South, and Class C, as already mentioned, on Ararat. Benoit, will she get a hat trick? She's got 2 already. There's the left-footed shot, just missed wide. Kind of envious of the Class B North boys and girls playing their regional finals at Cameron Stadium. The newly refurbished Cameron Stadium is a thing of beauty. I stopped by this summer, just take a look at it. I've not seen a game there yet. I talked to some people who played on that field. Jared Richmond's Winthrop Monmouth Ramblers were up there playing. And just talked about what a great field that is now. It was anyway when they refurbished the turf and the press box. He said, best high school field in Maine. I can't say I disagree that much, honestly. Riley Turner got that clear with 1:23 to go. Played ahead. No one there in white, however. Marie Benoit now back on defense. Played that back to the keeper, Gilbert. Aubrey almost gave that away. It was awful close to Gabby Rodriguez. It was just out of her reach. Bulldogs can't get into the area. Abby St. Clair. Ryder pounds that ahead. Headed high by Dorothy Ives. I have to name a Caps' Pizza player of the game and also a Northeast Nutrition and Energy High Energy player of the game. We'll do that at the end of this contest, which is just 24 seconds away. Spruce Mountain battling here today. Gotta like the fight from this Phoenix team. They were not at all hanging their heads after the Bulldogs scored 3 quick ones to take a scoreless game and extend a 3-0 lead. They have fought this entire way. High shot, saved again by Emma Towers. She's been very good. That'll be the last action of this game. So a 6-0 victory for Halldale. We'll take a break, come back and hand out a pizza and an energy drink right after this on our post-game show on Munzing Media.
Feel like cooking dinner? Call Caps' Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Caps tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsuspizza.com.
If you want to boost your energy, metabolism, and nutrition, try one of Northeast Nutrition's 85 energizing teas. Fruity, made with natural aloe, stevia, and herbal and green teas. Or have a low-carb 200 to 300 calorie shake for breakfast or lunch. Choose from over 50 flavors like Fluffernutter or Pumpkin Turtle Cheesecake. Northeast Nutrition also has customized protein iced coffees, caffeine-free options for the kiddos, and specialty drinks for athletes. Northeast Nutrition, 599 Main Avenue, Farmingdale. Follow on Facebook at Northeast Nutrition and Energy.
Don't feel like cooking dinner? Call Caps' Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Caps tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering.
Rob Kennedy back here with you one more time in Farmingdale. Halldale with a 6-0 victory over Spruce Mountain. Got some awards to present today, and one we always give is the Caps' Pizza Player of the Game, which goes to the Halldale player. Ordered to be the player of the game, they get one free 10-inch one-topping pizza from Caps' Pizza, and it's Bethany Ives. Scored a hat trick today. I believe her first ever hat trick for Halldale. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty close to 100% sure. I'd say 90% sure. I'll find out when I get down to give her the gifts to give her the pizza, but I'm pretty sure that's her first hat trick. Either way, 3 out of the 6 goals today came off of her foot. That's why she is the Caps' Pizza Player of the Game. And we also give an award for the High Energy Player of the Game. That's sponsored by Northeast Nutrition and Energy, and that's another goal scorer today who came off the bench to get a goal, Sierra Gibbons, a freshman. So she gets one free energy drink at Northeast Nutrition and Energy. Halldale with a 6-0 win today, improves to 11-0. Mentioned those 3 goals by Bethany Ives. Rita Benoit had 2, and the other goal by Sierra Gibbons amounts for the 6 goals today. Aubrey Gilbert, another shutout in goal for the Bulldogs, who have 10 shutouts out of the 11 games they have played this season. So we'll be back right here tomorrow. Boys action, Halldale and Monmouth, same time, a 3:30 start. We'll see you again then. This is Rob Kennedy saying so long. A Halldale victory, 6-0 over Spruce Mountain on Munzing Media.